The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. You'd think I'd know enough after 5 years of this to know that the camera and the microphone should almost be the same place, so when I'm reaching over one place, I'm not looking back at the other. But that's why I'm a semi-professional streamer, not a real one. How you doing? My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for the 17th day of January 2023. 3 baseball games on tap for you this week, and that's pretty much what we got. Digital Dice will record on Thursday, and golf will actually return next week, not this week. Today, we have the Hatfields and McCoys of the National League. Excuse me. The Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants on a beautiful night here at Pac Bell Park in San Francisco, where Livan Hernandez gets the call for the Giants, Chan Ho Park for the Dodgers, and of course this is Barry Bonds, pony season, 73 home runs and all of that, and several bags of creamy chips, if you will, sour cream and B12 onion. I think is what we're going to go for that. So that's the game today. It's the Dodgers and the Giants, and in a beautiful night in San Francisco. Next, as Retro Sports Network presents 2001 An Action PC Season Odyssey. Tonight, from Pac Bell Park in San Francisco, California, it is the San Francisco Giants and the Los Angeles Dodgers. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so it'll be Livan Hernandez that gets the call for San Francisco. 2-1 so far in the replay, with an earned run average of 379. Computer's being awful slow this morning. It is a cool day here in Burlington. Come on. My word. It's supposed to be icy tonight. Anyway, Hernandez, just supposedly 26 years old, fastball pitcher at 89 and a ground ball pitcher. 39th in the National League in wins, 50th in ERA. This is actually his 5th start of the year. Somehow, some way, he pitched 20 pitches after starting the day before. So his last start came against the Padres on the 12th. And then he went in relief and takes a loss against Milwaukee. Sometimes the computer will baffle you. 8 innings in that start on the 12th against San Diego, 114 pitches. 3 hits, a run it was earned. He walked 3 and struck out 4. How you doing, Big Dave? 19 innings overall. It's Tuesday, Dave. 19 hits, 11 runs, 8 earned. A homer came against the Padres on the 2nd. He has walked 13 and struck out 11. And let me make sure he can't be... It's checked. Don't pitch in relief. Wow. Anyway, 13 and 15 with an earned run average over 5 in real life. This will be the lineup that he'll face. Tom Goodwin leads off in center field. Grudzella is at second, batting second. How you doing, Tape Saturator? Gary Sheffield and left will bat third. Sean Green cleans up in right. Eric Karros off to a slow start, batting fifth at first base. Donalds at third goes sixth. Chad Kruger behind the plate goes seventh. Cora at short, batting eighth. I wonder if that's Alex. And Chan Ho Park on the mound should go 120 pitches. He'll bat ninth. You enjoyed the show on bullpen usage. That's true because you're not used to it. So I'm glad you got something out of it. I'll let Dave know. It's a fun show to do. Barry Bonds, by the way, as we set the Giant defense, a 4 and a 6 and left. Tony Bernard, a 5 and a 4 in center. Rios is an 8 and 9 at and right. Davis is at third. Grudzielanek is the longest name in MLB history. I thought that was Saltalamacchia. Well, it's Grudzielanek, not Grudzella. Thanks for the correction. Aurelia is a 6 at short. Jeff Kent a 7 at second. J.T. Snow a 6 at first. Estalia is a 6 behind the plate with a 4 arm. And Hernandez an 8 range with a 1,000 fielding percentage. That's Mark Grudzielanek. Tom Goodwin, by the way, 278, a home run, and 3 RBIs. Hernandez starts his effort with a ground ball behind the bag at second. Kent over to first, 1 out. Davis is a 3 at third and a very Butch Hobson 890 fielding percentage. So it is indeed Mark Grudzielanek. Don't say that name 5 times fast. However you say it, Mark's off to a hot start. 417, 3 homers and 7 RBI. Game 15 for the Dodgers, game 14 for the Giants. Hernandez sets and deals. That's a high pop-up center field. Bernard going back there and will make the catch, 2 out. For Gary Sheffield, that's senior, at 339, 2 homers and 9 RBI. Salty came after Grudzielanek. Remember, the Montreal broadcasters used to say it was the longest all the time. And I sound like Harry Carey when I'm trying to say that name. Ed Ott is the shortest. That's true. Mel was 6 letters. Ed is 5. Pitch to Sheffield. There's a fly ball, left center field. Bonds moving over in the alley, and that ball is off the wall. So Sheffield has a double, his 4th of the year. And that'll bring up Sean Green at 278, 6 homers. He had 49 in 2001 with 15 RBI. So Dodgers have a runner on second, 2 out. Not many players, how you doing there, Matt? Not many players in sports history have a name that's just 2 syllables. Doing great, Zelderon. How are you? Pitch to Green. There goes Sheffield. There's a little chopper over the mound. Kent goes to grab it. Jeff will throw to first. And that will retire the side. Dodgers get a hit, and that's it. Marvin Bernard, not Tony. After half an inning, it's the Dodgers nothing. Here come the Giants. So Chan Ho Park, 7th in the National League in strikeouts, 28 years old. He throws a fastball at 93. And since we are in California, he's not a Chevron pitcher, he's a standard pitcher. Making his 4th start of the year. The Giants beat him April 7th. In fact, they Christmas treated him for 7 runs. Against the Brewers, on the 2nd, he struck out 13. His last appearance was 5 days ago against San Diego. 6 innings, a no decision, 110 pitches, 3 hits. A run it was earned. He walked 4 while striking out 6. So Park, 18 2/3. 13 hits, 8 runs, all earned. A home run, that came against the Giants. 7 walks and 24 strikeouts. He's 1-1 with an earned run average of 386. Which sometimes feels like the processor I have in this machine. Marvin Bernard leads off for the Giants in center field. Rich Aurelia in short will bat second. Barry Bonds in left at third. Batting third. Jeff Kent cleans up at second. J.T. Snow at first will bat fifth. Davis at third will go sixth. Rios in right will bat seventh. Estalia behind the plate eighth, and Hernandez, who can throw 120 pitches, threw 12 in his half of the first. Gary Sheffield is a 5 and an 8 for the Dodgers in left. Tom Goodwin a 3 and a 2 in center. That's not very good. Sean Green a 7 and a 7 in right. Cora a 4 at short. Grudzielanek a 4 at second. Eric Karros a 6 at first. Kruder a 6 and a 4 behind the plate. And Park is an 8 with a .963 fielding percentage. Bernard off to a very slow start. 163, 3 homers, and 11 RBI. So productive with the runs, but not necessarily getting on base. Park starts his effort with a fly ball to right field. Green moves over to right center, 1 out. Donald's, by the way, an .897 fielding percentage in a 4 range. Not much better than Butch Hobson or Davis. Here's Aurelia. Rich at .255 with a solo homer. 53 degrees. The winds are blowing out to McCovey Cove at 6. There's a base hit right center field. That's going to be extra bases. Aurelia might actually get 3 on this. The throw to Cora is thrown to third. Donalds is there. Aurelia has his first triple of the year. There's a whole bunch of nooks and crannies here at Pac Bell, and he just happened to find one right where the bleachers kind of jut out and right, and where the wall kind of meets in right center. It's almost a square or a rectangle as opposed to a round baseball shape. And that's a triple. 1 out for Barry Bonds. Hitting .227. That's the bad news. But he already has, in 13 games, 5 home runs. But he's only driven in 6. He has walked 10 times while striking out 13. Park deals, and there's a ground ball to second. Grudzielanek will take the sure out at first. Aurelia will score, and Barry has a 7th RBI. So the Giants draw first blood. It's 1-0 for Jeff Kent, who I think personally belongs in the Hall of Fame. You can make a case for him at .327, 2 homers and 7 RBI. It's a difficult position to play, and it just doesn't carry all the power that the corner infielders have. Kent, in 2001, hit 49 doubles. Nobody on. Pitch to Kent. Line drive to left. Sheffield will make the catch, and that's the inning. The triple by Aurelia pays off. He ends up scoring after 1. Giants 1, Dodgers nothing. So Karros, Donalds, and Kruder to face Hernandez here in the second. Eric at .127, ouch, 2 homers and 9 RBI. I kind of wonder as we look at some of these pictures, because the Dodgers look like they're on album covers too, if that was one of the first years of having everyone's webpage on MLB.com. And if that's just what these are, is just web page shots. Pitch to Karros. Eric lines this one to left. That's going to drop in front of Bonds, and the Dodgers have a hit. Karros a round turn and goes back. Second hit for L.A. Here's Chris Donalds. Chris, .238, no homers or RBI. He's hit 2 doubles. Hernandez from the stretch. There's a ground ball to third. Might be 2. Davis goes to Kent for 1. And they're not going to get Donalds. And so it's a fielder's choice, 5-4. Here's Chad Kruder at .118. That's 2 for 17. As the backup catcher for L.A. Be LaDuca, wouldn't it? I was right. Paul LaDuca, the everyday catcher. It's amazing the things you store in your head. 1 out. Pitch to Chad. He walked him, so first and second. Donalds has my speed. And I can't imagine that Kruder is much faster than that. It is Alex Cora, the future Boston Red Sox manager, at .206. No homers and an RBI. Has a World Series ring with 2 different teams as a manager. Or maybe not. He wasn't. No, that was A.J. Hinch. He has been with the Red Sox, though. Pitch to Cora. There's a line drive base hit right center field. Rios cuts it off. Again, Donalds doesn't have much speed, and he'll hold there. The bases are loaded, 1 out for Chan Ho Park, who was 1 for 7 with a double and a strikeout on the replay. Got a chance here to pick up a runner. He drove in 4 on the real year, hitting 145. So Hernandez in a bit of a pickle here in the second. Park hits a ground ball to short. Aurelia, what's he going to do? Going to try for 2, Kent for 1, and there is the throw to first is late, so Park will drive home the run. The Dodgers have tied the ball game, and there's runners on the corner for Tom Goodwin. So 1-1, 2 out here in the top of the second. Opening 9 for Hernandez. Inning in 2/3, 3 hits and a walk, 36 pitches. Goodwin is 0 for 1. First and third, Goodwin slaps this one up the middle. Hernandez snares it, throws it to Snow, and that will retire the side. Dodgers get a run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second here at Pac Bell, 1-1. So JT Snow, Davis, and Rios to face Chan Ho Park here in the second. Snow at 233, a home run, and 6 RBI. What'd you guys think of the football weekend? Pitch to Snow. There's a liner to right, Green running in, and Sean makes a diving catch. So that'll bring up Russ Davis. Davis at 286, a home run and 4 RBI. Park sets and fires. There's a ground ball left side past Cora for a base hit. So a single. And here's Armando Rios at 262, no homers and 7 RBI. 1-1 the score, bottom of the second, 1 out. Davis not going anywhere, and Park got Rios to look at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 3. So here's Bobby Estalia at 333. Already has 3 home runs and 6 RBI. So 2 out, Hernandez on deck. Davis bluffs, ground ball to short. Cora, where's he going to go? He's not going to get anybody. How about that? It was a late jump by Cora and not a great throw. And so it's a single with 2 out for Levon Hernandez, who's not a bad hitting pitcher. At 296 on the real year with a homer and 8 RBI. 201 for 5 on the replay with a double. So Davis on second. Estalia. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. You always do. So first and second, 2 out. And it's pitcher facing pitcher here in a 1-1 game. Hernandez hits a slow ground ball to Cora. Alex scoops it, throws it to second to retire the side. So 4-6 on the fielder's choice. The Giants leave on 2. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the third here at Pac Bell. The Dodgers won, the Giants won. So here's Mark Grudzielanek, Sheffield, and Sean Green to face Hernandez here in the third. Just for giggles, we're just going to call him Mark. He's 0 for 1. Hernandez starts the third, and Grudzielanek strikes out. He swung on and missed an 0-2 fastball, and that's the first for Hernandez. Brings up Gary Sheffield, who doubled his first time up. He already has 4 on the young season. Got him. So we got a good morning, and Sheffield swung on and missed the 1-2 fastball for good afternoon. So there's 2 out, and Hernandez trying to get a good night here from Sean Green, who's 0 for 1. He rocks and fires, and Green sends this one into left center. Marvin Bernard rides the Schwinn over, makes the catch, and the Dodgers go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the third here, 1-1 to score. So the wind blowing out now directly to McCovey Cove at 651 degrees. Chan Ho Park's opening 9, 37 pitches, 2 innings, 3 hits and a strikeout. Bernard is 0 for 1. When they built this place, the initial thought would be to put the the outfield facing downtown San Francisco. Boy, I'm glad they changed their mind on that. Might be the best view in all of baseball. Pitch to Bernard. Got him. An 0-2 fastball that Marvin chased, 1 out. That was way out of the zone. Here's Aurelia, which tripled and scored in the first. Park sends this one into left center field. Aurelia's going to get a single out of this. Sheffield throws it back in. And here's Barry Bonds, who has an RBI. He's 0 for 1. So Park, on a cold night now, is 49 degrees. Will blow on the hands as he faces the tough Bonds. Struck him out. He got him on a 1-2 curve. He got Barry to chase, and there's 2 out. So here's Jeff Kent. Jeff is 0 for 1. So runner on first, Aurelia, who has 2 of the 4 giant hits. Park sets and fires. Kent drops this one down to short. Cora goes the long way over to first. Kent can run. Karros can't get there in time. Karros thought he had his foot on the bag. It pretty much was a tie, but it's called a single. So runners on first and second. Kent on first. Aurelia on second for J.T. Snow, who is 0 for 1. Snow ground ball, right side base hit. Green will pick it up. Aurelia will hold it. Well, Aurelia's going to probably try and score. He does score, and the throw goes in the infield. So Kent will hold at second. 2 out in a 2-1 ball game. And here's Russ Davis, who singled his first time up. So the Giants now have 6 hits off of Chan Ho Park. Got him. He swung on a miss, and that will do it. But Aurelia scores again, 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the 4th here in San Francisco. It's the Giants 2, the Dodgers 1. So Karros, Donalds, and Kruger to face Hernandez here in the 4th. Eric singled his first time up. Got him. A 1-2 breaking ball, swung on and missed. And that's 3 for Hernandez. So here's Donalds, who has a run scored. He's 0 for 1. In the left center, Bernard moving over, and Marvin will make the catch. Noontime tomorrow, noontime Thursday. I know Thursday's game is the Mets and the Reds. Here's Kruder. Chad walked his first time up. An American League game tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. Chad hits a fly ball, right center field. Rios moving over. And that will be the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the fourth here in San Fran, 2-1 Giants. So the standings now kind of mean something. The Marlins have won 8 of 10, and they're 9-4, and in fact that's all in the division. And they're 5-2 away from the fish tank. Atlanta, I wouldn't worry too much at that 6-9 record. They are 5-3 at the chop shop, 1-6 away from home. How you doing, John? In the Central, the Reds continue to play good baseball. Bob Boone has them 10-4. Excuse me. St. Louis coming on strong. And Milwaukee are waiting for the Packers already. In the West, pretty much a grab bag. Goodness. Coughing and sneezing and all that. The Giants are just a half game out of first, and the Dodgers are only 2 back. In the East, American League East, the Red Sox are 4 up on the Yankees. We can call this replay over now, right? In the Central, the White Sox have a 2.5 game lead over the Twins. How you doing, Sports Simulation Network? And in the West, Seattle has won 8 of 10 and is 10-4. Next week, I think we got the Chi Sox and the Mariners together. So, early season, good ball games. So Armando Rios struck out his first time up. Park starts the 4th. Ground ball to Grudzielanek. Over to Karros. 1 out. That's a name that Harry Carey really couldn't pronounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 letters in that name, by the way. Here's Estalia. He singled his first time up. Bobby punches this one in the right for a base hit. And so Green will pick it up. Giants have had good success off of Park. 7 hits, but just the 2 runs. So here's Levon Hernandez. Donalds and Karros playing for the bunt. Hernandez drops it, throws to second. Cora is there for 1. Over to first. Do they turn it? Yes, they do. Wow. So a 2-6-3 failed sacrifice double play. The Dodgers will take that. After 4, it's the Giants 2, the Dodgers 1. So what a play for Kruder to start that, knowing he could go to second. Cora was waiting for the throw, and Alex doesn't have a bad arm. And the Giants literally bunt themselves out of the inning. Cora singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Left center, Bernard. 1 out. Chan-Ho Park, who's at the plate. Ask and ye shall receive. He has an RBI, his first. That came in the second. Struck him out. An 0-2 fastball in there at the knees. As always, you know, ask and ye shall receive. Here's Goodwin. Tom is 0 for 2. 68 pitches for Hernandez through his opening 18. 4 2/3, 3 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. And there's a liner in the center field for a base hit. What do you stream or play, Sports Simulation Network? We've obviously talked before because it's not telling me you're a first-time chatter. So 2 out for Grudzielanek, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 2 out here, top of the 5th. Goodwin goes. The throw down to Kent is in time. Wow. How about that? So the Dodgers go down. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Halfway home on a chilly day in San Francisco, or chilly evening. It's 2-1 Giants. Joined us late. Pretty good pitching duel right here. Barry Bonds, a fielder's choice in the first, got San Francisco on the board, following a Rich Aurelia triple to make a 1-0 Giants. Then Shanhall Park hit a fielder's choice and tied the game at 1 in the second. And then J.T. Snow scored Aurelia again on a single in the third to make it 2-1. 2-7-0 for the Giants, 1-4-0 for the Dodgers. Hernandez, a 4-hitter through 5, and Park, a 7-hitter through 4. Just kind of not having great luck. In fact, 73 pitches for his opening 18, 4 innings, 7 hits, both the runs are earned, and he has struck out 4 as Bernard digs in to start the 5th. Marvin is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Park starts the 5th into right center. Goodwin. Crowd likes it. So does Goodwin. 1 out. Rich Aurelia has had himself a day. He has tripled and singled and scored twice. So 2 for 2. He has both of the Giant runs. Park winds and deals, and there's a pop-up left side. Cora, moving over towards foul territory, will make the catch for 2 out. John, gifting a sub. Thank you, my friend. And Andrew Rothman is the one that got it. That's awesome. So thank you, my friends. Enjoy the emotes no one ever uses. Here's Barry Bonds. Barry 0 for 2. He has struck out and driven in his 7th run. And Barry's at-bats are brought to you by Andy Pettit's B12 vitamin supplements. If you're not feeling all that peppy, Andy Pettit's got the thing for you. A B12 pill or a cream. One of the two. Pitch to Bonds, and Barry slaps out 1 to second. Grudzielanek is there for the out, and that will retire the side. Comes in both banana, chocolate, and vanilla flavors. No strawberry. Darryl wouldn't give permission. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 6th here at Pac Bell. 2-1 San Francisco. Ah, you joined the Patreon yesterday. Okay. Still feeling your way around Twitch. So 2-1 Giants. Grudzielanek, Sheffield, and Green to face Hernandez here in the 6th. Mark is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And there's a ground ball to Aurelia. Rich throws it over. 1 out. Brings up Sheffield. Gary 1 for 2. Has doubled and struck out. And he walks. So a 3-0 fastball high and away. Brings up Sean Green, who was 0 for 2. Sheffield on first. Fly ball right field. Rios moving over. And that is an out. So Sheffield goes back. A great play in the corner. Remember here at Pac Bell, those bullpens are in play. So 2 out for Karros, who was singled and struck out. Karros is in the right center. Bernard moving over. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Yep, being Canadian, you saw a lot of Sean Green. Yeah, he did. He had a very good career. Kind of buried on the West Coast at a time when most of the attention was for Barry Bonds. But, yeah. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the 6th, 2-1 San Francisco. So Kent, Snow, and Davis to face Chan Ho Park here in the bottom of the inning. Jeff has a single, 1 for 2. Park starts the inning with a ground ball to Grudzielanek. Mark throws it over. 1 out. Here's J.T. Snow. 1 for 2. He is singled and driven into 7th. This, of course, 2001, bringing a pretty high offensive year. But we've had a number of pitchers' duels in the time we've been streaming this. Pitch to Snow. There's a line drive in the right. That's going to get past Green and roll all the way in the corner. Snow will round first. He should have 2 with ease. Karros should have made that play. The throw into second is actually going to be close, but not in time. And for JT, that's his first double of the year. And JT missed picture day. Here's Russ Davis. Russ is 1 for 2. He is singled and struck out. Got him. That's 5 for Chan Ho. A fastball looking. And there's 2 out for Rios, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Got him. That's 6. He swung on a pitch way outside after 6. No runs, a hit. The Giants have left on 5. We go to the 7th here. 2-1 San Francisco. So Donalds, Kruder, and Cora to face Hernandez, who's only thrown 82 through 6. Chris is 0 for 2. He has scored. And Adrian Beltre will pinch hit. That's a smart move. Beltre hitting 100 as a pinch hitter. 167, a homer, and 2 RBI. Beltre, don't you touch his hair. 265, 13 homers, and 60 RBI, all told. Adrian laces this one in the left past Bonds. That's going to get down in the corner. Beltre will round first. Bonds throws it back in. Davis, not a good defensive third baseman, should have made that play. And for Beltre, that is a double. Here's Kruder. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Beltre with great speed on second. Hernandez spins and fires to Kent. And Adrian is back. And he walked him. So first and second for the Dodgers. Nobody out for Alex Cora. Hernandez due to bat second here in the 7th. Cora 1 for 2. He has singled. Fly ball right field. Rios makes the catch. So 1 out for Chan Ho Park, who struck out and drove in a run. Giants playing for the bunt. And Hiram Boca Chica. Or little pinch hit. We don't need to play for the bunt anymore. So Boca Chica, 263, no homers and 3 RBI, 233 overall, 2 homers and 9 RBI, and he's hitting 100 rather as a pinch hitter. So Hernandez coming close to the end of his day. John says, funny fact about Pac Bell on a tour of the park in '08. They revealed that when they built the park, because it took so long to get it approved, location of blueprints, they overlooked the fact that the bullpens weren't in the plans. They finally built them, I guess, but one of those rare modern fields that the bullpens were in play. That's nuts. Wonder how much of Seals Stadium was built into this, because that's when the Giants moved from New York to San Francisco. They played there for a while at Seal Stadium while Candlestick was being built. Runners on first and second. Boca Chica up the middle. Might be 2. Kent for 1. He will not go to first. And they get the force there. So fielder's choice, 2 out for Goodwin. 27 batters for Hernandez. 100 pitches, 6 2/3, 5 hits. 1 run, all earned. Walked 3 and struck out 4. Can you imagine that? What was it? Ebbets Field? One of the stadiums they didn't even build a press box for. Obviously, we're newspaper reporters back in the teens. Pitch to Goodwin. Tom sends this one into right center. Bernard moving over. Stretch time here at Pac Bell. 2-1 Giants. And Brad confirms it was Ebbets Field, where they didn't do that. I hope you're having a good day. Greg Olson coming in. Greg making his 7th appearance, 34 years old. Rookie of the Year in 1989. Fastball pitcher at 91. And a fly ball pitcher. He last pitched against the Padres on the 15th rather. Went 1 inning, no decision at all this so far. 20 pitches, 2 hits, a run it was earned and a walk. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He gave up a homer to Arizona on the 5th. He walked 5, struck out 4, so has a 3 ERA. John continues to say, we lived in San Francisco in '95 when the city was fighting over it. First, they couldn't agree on a location, and then second, they couldn't agree on the engineering. Everything is about the sightlines. The real estate, quote-unquote, people didn't want to block the view of the bay. That's why they never rebuilt the Embarcadero Freeway after '89. Suddenly, there was a view of the bay. Real estate prices went through the roof downtown because of it. How you doing, Captain Carl, Bobby? Nice to have you along. Nostalgia is 2 for 2. He is singled twice. So Olson starts his effort. Struck him out. We'll let Hernandez stay in the game. He's 0 for 2. Ground ball to third. Beltre, who's a 4 there, stays in the game. Over to Karros for the out. Make sure nothing else changed. No, Olson's in the 9 spot. So here's Marvin Bernard. Marvin is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Got him! So that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th here at Pac Bell. Giants 2, Dodgers 1. So 2-8-0 for San Francisco. They've left on 5. A run on 5 hits and no errors for the Dodgers. They've left on 6. On a chilly night on the bay, 46 degrees. Here's Grudzelanic. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out. Hernandez starts the 8th. A ground ball to Davis. And Russ will rush this one over to Snow for the first out. So here's Gary Sheffield. Gary has walked, struck out, and doubled. He's 1 for 2. Fouled back. And the count is 0-2. You can certainly understand the older ballparks not being built for radio or television, just because they simply didn't exist then. But no press box whatsoever? That was nuts. John's wife and you had just been married. Aww. When you moved there, the first piece of real, handcrafted wood furniture that we purchased as a married couple was from a furniture shop located exactly where the ballpark is. Now Brad can hook you up with some good furniture now because you'll love it at Levitt's. Pitch to Sheffield. There's a ground ball past Kent, and that's a base hit. So that's the 6th hit for the Dodgers, and that'll bring up Green, who's 0 for 3. Hernandez and the catcher have a word. Sheffield with good speed. There he goes. It's a hit and run. That's into right center field. Bernard will make the catch. Gary has to go back to first. And there's 2 out for Karros, who's 1 for 3. Eric has singled and struck out. Aurelia, Bonds, and Kent due up for the Giants, or will bat for the Giants in the 8th. There's no do about that. And Marquise Grissom, really? Okay. He's going to pinch hit for Karros. Grissom, 250 as a pinch hitter, 333 overall, a homer and 4 RBI. It's like it's an Expos reunion tour here in San Francisco. Grissom hits this one into right center. Bernard moving over. And that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Matt Hergis coming in to pitch for the Dodgers. San Francisco 2, LA 1. So let's tell you about Hergis. Off like a herd of thunder and turtles. 9th appearance, 0-1, and an earned run average at 10.24. 31 years old. Changeup, fastball tops out at 88. And a standard pitcher. He pitched on the 14th last. 1 inning and a 5-1 loss to the Padres. 14 pitches, a walk, and a strikeout. So overall, it was the Padres and the Brewers that Christmas treated him. 9 2/3, 10 hits, 11 runs, all earned, 2 homers. He has walked 7 and struck out 9. The Giants have faced him twice, and he's given up 2 earned runs in 3 2/3. Aurelia has singled, tripled, scored twice, and is 2 for 3. Fly ball, right field. Green. 1 out. So here's Bonds. Barry is 0 for 3. He has struck out and driven in a run. Pitch in the left center. Back goes Goodwin, but that will stay in the yard. And there's 2 out. So here's Kent. Jeff is 1 for 3 with a single. Got him. So a clean inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We're going to pull Hernandez here for Rob Nen. We'll get to close this one out as the Giants are looking to go 8-6. Nen making his 8th appearance, has 3 saves. He's 3 for 3 in that department with an earned run average of 104. 31 years old, a ground ball plus pitcher, fastball at 93. Currently 14th in saves. His last 2 outings were save chances. The last time out, the 15th against Milwaukee, 1 inning, 14 pitches, and a strikeout. So overall, 8 2/3, 4 hits, a run it was earned. He walked 4 and struck out 7. He has faced the Dodgers twice, but has not have a save. In fact, on the 8th, he went 2 2/3, which is pretty amazing since he can only throw 25 pitches. So it'll be Beltre, who reached on a pinch hit single. Wilsey and Cora here in the 9th. 2-1 Giants. Dodgers need 1 to tie and 2 to go ahead. Beltre with a double his first time up. Struck him out. Check swing fastball, 1 out. Strat's card for Barry Bonds had to be nameless and separate from the rest because Bonds was not a member of the union. That's right. There was a couple years it was just an initial 2 on the computer, if I remember correctly. 73 home runs. And don't forget to get your B12 candy bars down in the lobby on your way out. Kruder is 0 for 1. He has walked twice. Stays in the ball game. Laces this one into right field. Rios will pick it up off a hop. Chad's digging for 2. The throw to second. Not in time. So the tying run is on with 1 out for Alex Cora, who was 1 for 3 with a single. And for Chad, better known for his days with the Rangers, has his first double. So Nen, again, he's 3 for 3 in save chances. Much too early to say about much of anything from that. Cora into right, and that's going to go out of play. And somebody from Berkeley made that catch. Then the count is 0-2. So Nen on a 46-degree night takes a deep breath and deals. Struck him out. That's 2 for Rob. Cora chased a changeup. And so it'll be a pinch hitter for the Dodgers as their last chance saloon is down to Angel Pena. Pena, 3 for 8 on the replay, has a pinch hit RBI. 204, a homer and 2 RBI on the real year. So this will be the last chance saloon for the Dodgers. Pena reaches, the game moves on. Pitch from Nen. Gets away from Pena, and Kruder moves up 90. So the tying run is 90 feet away as O'Brien couldn't handle that pitch. The fastball was just inside. It was Barry's card was even loose and not in the wrap of the rest of the set when the sets were mailed. Was that still when Strat had the MLB symbol? Because they were officially licensed there for a couple years by the Players Association. So a 3-0 count to Pena. Then deep breath. Ground ball to Aurelia. That should do it. Over to Snow, and the Giants win it 2-1. So 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for San Francisco. They left on 5. The Dodgers, 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors. And they left on 8. Levon Hernandez. Actually, I'm going to give the Digital Dice MVP to Aurelia. 2 for 4. He scored both the giant runs, triple, and a single. Hernandez, 8 innings, 6 hits, 1 run. He walked 3 and struck out 4. Then goes the 9th and strikes out 2. And that is when Strat had the MLBPA seal of approval. And so Barry was just kind of tossed in there like you do your sandwich on top of the chips, because the chips are the most important thing in a lunch. Hernandez could have thrown 126 pitches and had minus stuff. Park, 6 innings, takes the loss, 1 and 2. 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 6. So a well-pitched ball game. San Francisco goes to 8 and 6. The Dodgers fall to 6 and 9. And so we'll get to the rest of this Wednesday in baseball in a moment. Double header, by the way. You too. Have a good day. All right. Cubs and Phils. Must be the wind's blowing out at Wrigley because Philly beat Chicago 11-10 in Game 1. Bill Miller, 3 hits, 2 homers. He now has 3. Drove in 2. Vincent Padilla with a win. Jeff Fassero with a loss. He is 1 and 3. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Phillies beat the Cubs 8-2. Wolf with a win, 2-0. Beret with a loss. Jason 2-1. Ducey 2 for 4 with a home run. So the Phillies sweep, and they go to 8 and 6. All right, Bobby, you're playing the 98 NFL replay. John says they had some issues with early 1990s, too, with the NFLPA. A lot of unnamed players. Oh, yeah. Wasn't there a lockout at that point, too? So have a great rest of your day. Rest of the day in baseball, Expos beat the Mets 7-1. Vasquez 2-1. Steve Trashel takes the loss. He goes to 2-1. Montreal, oh, that was yesterday. Vladdy Guerrero 2 for 5, his 5th of the year, and doubled. Royals stopped the Twins 10-2. Jeff Suppan gets his first win, 1-2. Redmond 1-1, and Louis Alicea 3 for 4 with a double. John says Arrington was the only player unnamed in those football sets. Pirates beat the Astros 3-2 and 10. Wilkins 2-0. Jackson 0-1. Brown 4 for 5 with the 2nd of the year. The Brewers beat the Reds 9-4. Wright with a win, 1-1. Pete Harnish 1-2. Sexton hits 2. He now has 7 on the year. 4 for 4 with 3 RBI. Wow! Florida pounds out 21 hits. By the way, Milwaukee had 5 home runs in their game. And they triple the Braves 18-6 at the launching pad. Dempster 3-0, Seelbach 0-1. Gonzalez his 3rd of the year. 5 for 6 and 4 RBI. White Sox stay hot. They beat Detroit 9-4. Mark Burley 2-0. Holt 0-2. Durham 2 for 5, his 2nd of the year, and a double. Yankees beat the Jays 4-3. Mike Stanton 2-1. Cook 1-2. Batista 2 for 3, his 3rd of the year, and 2 RBI. Tampa beats Boston 4-3. Lopez 2-1. Crawford 0-1. And the dinosaur, Carl Everett, 2 for 4, his 3rd of the year. He drives in 2. Cleveland Downs Baltimore 2-1. Reed 1-0. Buddy Groom 0-2. Jim Tomei 1 for 2. It's a 2nd walk twice. Arizona pounds out 19 hits in their 13-4 win over St. Louis at Busch. Randy Johnson didn't need those runs. He's 4-0. Darryl Kyle falls to 1-1. Steve Finley 4 for 5. His 2nd of the year, drives in 2. Colorado loses to San Diego 4-3. Davey gets the win. Jimenez the loss. Todd Helton hits his 6th, walks twice, 1 for 2. Seattle beats Texas 3-2 and 11. Nelson 3-0. Venafro sounds like something that you should see your doctor about. He's 0-1. Edgar Martinez 1 for 5, his 4th of the year. And Oakland beats Anaheim 4-1. Lytle 1-0. Schoenweiss 0-2. Miguel Tejada 3 for 5 2 RBI, and a double. So tomorrow at this time, we will have for you Anaheim and Seattle. And until then, I'm Ron Suckett. Have yourself a wonderful day, everybody. So long.